Hello, all you dieters. My name is Jenny, and I'm on the HCG diet, round 2, and hoping to lose about 10 pounds this time around. I'm also today going to talk a little bit about salt on the diet. So, first things first, let's get to numbers. So, today is the third day that I'm actually weighing in after being in round 2 of the diet. So day 3, brief recap, loading day. After the first loading day, I gained a pound. After the second loading day, I gained 1.1 pounds. Shocked by that because I really did eat a lot and I didn't eat very well. Was concerned about how that was going to affect my weight loss going into P2. However, I found that the next day on the diet, I lost 2.5 pounds, so I'd lost everything that I gained in loading. And then today's the day after that, and I have lost another 1.6 pounds. That is very exciting. So, what am I doing? I'm doing intermittent fasting. I don't eat until at least 2:30 in the afternoon. I finish eating by 7 at the latest. But I basically just have one meal, but sometimes like around 6 or 7, I need another little snack. And the past 2 days that's happened. The first day, my protein snack was a hot dog. Processed foods, not ideal. It also is high in sodium and salt, so that's why I was going to talk about that. Yesterday, I had no salt peanuts, just a small little, not even, maybe a small handful. It was the very bottom of the container, so I had to pick them out of all the peanut dust that was in the bottom of the peanut container. So that was I needed a little something later on. I don't know that I needed it because of hunger, but I needed it because I just wanted to crunch and eat something. So it was the only thing I could find. I really need to do some shopping in the next day or two to get some good healthy protein snacks or cook up some chicken breasts that I can just warm up and eat or something like that. But that's okay because overall I've lost 2 pounds on the diet so far, and that is from before I did 2 load days. So yeah, that's awesome. I lost 4.1 if you include the load days, but I don't think you should. Some people do that. They say, they would say, at this point, I've lost 4.1 pounds. Woo! But I think that you need to look at your weight loss from the day before you started loading. I mean, let's be honest, right? That's the truth. You can't load for 2 days and then start on P2 and just count your weight loss on P2 because you've just loaded in thousands of calories a couple days before. So it's sort of like a false positive in terms of how high your weight is. Because I mentioned yesterday's video, you just have a huge volume of food and weight in your body that's not necessarily fat, but just waste and food, which weighs. You weigh it before you eat it. You put it in your mouth. It's still weighing when it's in your mouth. Now, your body's burning a lot of those calories for energy, but when you're eating thousands, it's not burning that many by any means. So it's going to come out as waste and also be used in your body. And then the HCG is going to help prevent you from turning it into a fat gain, which you don't want to do. All right. So I wanted to address. I started looking this morning and trying to do some research. I vaguely remember reading about the importance of having Himalayan pink salt or sea salt when you're on the HCG protocol. And for the life of myself, I can't find that anywhere. In fact, I'm finding kind of just the opposite. Not really the opposite, but I'm not finding any strong reasons that I can't remember what the circumstance was. And if I can ever find it or I stumble upon it again, I'll do a video and I'll talk about it. But salt in general is one of the seasonings that's acceptable on this diet. Hallelujah, because I love salt. But you really should not have the bleach salt. You shouldn't have your Epsom salt, your typical table salt type salt. You should have some form of sea salt because of the minerals and nutrients that come in it. I personally love Himalayan pink salt. Our family has used it for years prior to any of my dieting, probably over 5 years we've had Himalayan pink salt. And I like the flavor of it. It comes in a shaker that you grind, so it's still the original rocks of salt. I don't get the refined salt that goes into a salt shaker. I get the actual crystals. Although, that being said, just this past week, I went to get some more. My husband said that they don't carry it anymore. It used to be carried, the grinder with the Himalayan pink salt used to always be at Costco, and they don't have it anymore. Now they have a big container of already ground up pink salt. So I don't know. We've had a grinder or two that kind of got jammed, and so his philosophy, my husband's philosophy, is that they probably had a bunch returned due to it getting jammed for whatever reason. I only think we had one get jammed, to be honest with you, and then we managed to just smash off the top, grind it up, and just use it as regular salt at the end. All the other ones have worked fine. So I don't know. It's very disappointing if they don't bring that back, but that's Costco for you. They get you to fall in love with something and then they take it away and then you're devastated. So everything I have been reading, and I looked on about 10 different sites and try to look at the original protocol, they basically say what Dr. Simeon's recommended in terms of salt is that you maintain the same amount of salt that you eat each day. So he said that salt is okay. But in terms of weight loss, you should always be eating the same amount of salt so that you can have a fair representation on the scale of true weight loss and weight gain. Because, as you know, if you take in a lot of salt or products with sodium in them, you're going to retain more water, so it's going to go up on the scale, which is why I should not be eating a hot dog as a snack, because it's high in sodium content. The regular table salt that you get is high in sodium content. The Himalayan sea salt and just sea salts in general are less sodium content, so it helps with the water retention part of it. Plus, they just taste so much better. Just do it. Just buy Himalayan pink salt. I recommend it highly. So there you go. There you go in terms of salt. I don't know. There are some sort of stuff with your electrolytes and all that. And I don't know what the situation was. And when I came across it, I just remember sticking in my head thinking, oh, yay, I do eat salt because I love salt. So I put my Himalayan pink salt on a bunch of stuff. There was a special circumstance on this HCG diet where they recommended, maybe it had to do with Tom. Maybe it had to do with if you choose to do some light exercise. I don't know. But I'm going to keep digging for you and I'll find it. In the meantime, know that salt is okay, but you should evolve. You should, why can't I think of the word? You should you should, oh my gosh, I'm getting old. You should stay away from, that's not the word I was trying to think of. Well, at any rate, stay away from typical table salt, have sea salt. I recommend Himalayan pink salt personally, and try to maintain the same amount of salt every day on your diet so that you have a true indication when you're on the scale if you are having weight loss or gain from fat or if you are having weight loss or gain from water. I would say by tomorrow or the next day, I will feel very, very confident that all of the sodium that I took in on my load days is gone. I like to give myself more than 2 days to really indicate. So although I'm thrilled with minus 2.5 pounds and even more excited that the next day was down another 1.6, the next 2 days are probably going to be a little bit smaller, which is understandable. I mean, I can't keep losing that amount every single day. I mean, I'd love to, but, and see my hair video about hair loss, another reason why I don't want to lose too much weight too quickly. My body freaks out about that, and I want to maintain my hair. So I know it's going to go down in a little bit. I know some of this is water loss, but that's okay, because even with the water loss, I feel better because I look better, because when you're swollen and have edema because you're maintaining more water in your system, you have more water, you can tell like it's hard to get your rings on and off, and you're just more bloated overall. So when your whole body mass gets smaller from getting rid of the retained water, you just feel thinner too and feel better about yourself. Okay, that's it for today. I will see you tomorrow with an update on how I did. Today's another Browns game. I hope I can make it through without eating. Oh my word, this is such a challenge. Hopefully, if they do well. It's when they don't do well, I find myself eating constantly, and I can't do that today. So maybe I'll go on the treadmill or something. I don't know. All right, go Browns. I'll see you tomorrow with an update on how I'm doing. Hope you're doing well. Let me know all about how you handle salt on the diet, and I'll talk to you soon. Good luck to you.